Imagine a kid scrubbing toilets in a Kentucky reform school, bullied, alone, and barely speaking English. Now fast forward, that same kid grows up to command a $4 trillion empire, owns mansions on Billionaire's Row, drives million-dollar hypercars, and shapes the future of artificial intelligence itself.
His name?
Jensen Huang, the leather jacket-wearing CEO of Nvidia, the man behind the AI revolution that's redefining work, wealth, and global power.
But his story isn't just about silicon chips, it's about survival, grit, and the ultimate immigrant dream.
Today, we're diving into the unbelievable journey of the man Silicon Valley calls the architect of tomorrow. Welcome back to Loyal Luxury, the channel where we peel back the velvet curtain and step inside the lives of billionaires, innovators, and visionaries shaping the world.
Today's story is different. It's not just about private jets and palatial mansions.
It's about Jensen Huang, the CEO who built Nvidia from a $600 gamble into the heartbeat of the AI age. His rise is a Hollywood script come alive: hardship, triumph, luxury, and power. Whether you're an AI enthusiast, a dreamer chasing success, or just here for the billion-dollar lifestyle, this episode will keep you hooked until the very last second.
This video is sponsored by True Affairs.
Visit our website now and shop the latest deals.
Don't miss out, check it out today.
Jensen Huang's story begins in Tainan, Taiwan, 1963.
At age 5, his family moved to Thailand.
His mother, determined her sons would succeed in America, made them learn 10 random English words every day from a dictionary. At 9, Jensen was sent alone with his brother to live with an uncle in Tacoma, Washington. But a clerical mistake changed his life. Instead of a fancy boarding school, he ended up at Oneida Baptist Institute in Kentucky, a reform academy for troubled kids. There, young Jensen faced daily torment. Bullied for his accent, forced to scrub toilets, and even threatened with knives, he was living a nightmare. But here's the twist: his roommate, a tattoo-covered 17-year-old who couldn't read, became his unlikely friend. Jensen taught him to read. In return, he learned to bench press. That brutal experience hardened him.
By the time his family reunited in Oregon, Jensen was a fighter.
He juggled high school at 16 with night shifts at Denny's, washing dishes, bussing tables, serving customers. That pressure forged a man whose heart rate drops during high-stakes situations.
The immigrant dream wasn't gifted to him, it was forged in hardship, sweat, and survival. At Oregon State, Jensen met his lifelong partner Lori with what might be the smoothest nerd pickup line ever: "Want to see my homework?
If you study with me every Sunday, I promise you'll get straight A's." It worked. They've been married for 40 years.
After Stanford and stints at AMD and LSI Logic, Jensen made his move.
Picture this: 3 men huddled in a Denny's booth in East San Jose, scribbling on napkins.
With just $600 pooled together, they founded Nvidia in 1993. The name? From Nvidia, Latin for envy.
They dreamed competitors would turn green.
But dreams come with pain. Their first product, the NV1, flopped so badly it nearly destroyed the company.
Jensen had to fire half the staff and beg Sega to buy out their failing contract. But with that lifeline, they built the Riva 128, selling 1 million units in 4 months.
The gamble paid off.
Jensen, just 30 years old, became a CEO who would never look back.
1999, the GeForce 256. Nvidia called it the world's first GPU, graphics processing unit. Gamers saw better visuals.
But Jensen saw something no one else did: the future of computing itself. While rivals mocked him, Jensen quietly poured billions into AI research before AI was even a buzzword. Over the years, Nvidia survived the dot-com crash, recessions, even the 2008 financial crisis, when Jensen famously cut his own salary down to a single dollar. Each GPU generation, Tesla, Kepler, Maxwell, Pascal, Volta, Ampere, Hopper, pushed boundaries.
Then came CUDA, a platform that let researchers use GPUs for AI.
Overnight, Nvidia wasn't just about games, it was about curing diseases, self-driving cars, and teaching machines to think.
When ChatGPT dropped in late 2022, the world woke up to AI, and every tech giant raced to Nvidia's door.
Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon all needed thousands of GPUs. Demand was so fierce, billion-dollar companies were waiting in line for months. In just 2 years, Nvidia's market value rocketed from $359 billion to over $4 trillion. Revenues exploded to $130 billion.
Profits? nearly $73 billion. Jensen's personal wealth surged to $149 billion, cementing him as one of the richest people alive. Nvidia now controls nearly 90% of the AI chip market. His chips, the H100S and Blackwells, became gold bars of the digital age. Every AI model, every chatbot, every robot, you name it, runs on Nvidia. Huang didn't just ride the AI wave. He built the surfboard. This Labor Day, shop smarter with TrueFares. Save up to 50% plus an extra 10% off on our best collections. Visit TrueFares.com today and grab the deals before they're gone. So what does $149 billion buy? For Jensen Huang, the immigrant kid once scrubbing toilets, it buys a life of breathtaking luxury. In San Francisco's Billionaire's Row, his $38 million limestone mansion offers panoramic Golden Gate views across 11,000 square feet. He owns a Los Altos Hills estate near Nvidia HQ, plus a Maui beachfront mansion worth $7.5 million. In total? Over $55 million in real estate. His garage is a showroom of power, a Ferrari 430, Ferrari 599, Lamborghini Urus, Koenigsegg CCX worth $1.3 million, Tesla Model X, and a Porsche 911 Turbo. But what's fascinating is his discipline. Jensen still works 14-hour days. He has no assistant. Sends hundreds of emails himself. And those iconic leather jackets? They're Tom Ford, up to $10,000 each, chosen by his wife and daughter. It's billionaire style with family roots. Jensen Huang doesn't just lead, he performs. His black leather jackets are as iconic as Steve Jobs' turtleneck. His stage presence? Electrifying. At every Nvidia keynote, he struts, he teases, he reveals hardware like a magician unveiling secrets. Millions tune in, not just for the products, but for him. He even tattooed Nvidia's logo on his arm when the stock hit $100. The pain made him cry, but it symbolizes loyalty. His leadership style is equally unique: no assistants, no private meetings. Every discussion happens in public. Employees say it's terrifying, but also inspiring. Jensen's philosophy? Disagree loudly, then commit fully. That culture of fearless debate fuels Nvidia's nonstop innovation. Now comes the future. Jensen believes we're entering a new industrial revolution. Here are his boldest predictions. AI infrastructure spending will top $4 trillion by 2030. AI agents won't just answer questions, they'll plan, execute, and think for us. Robotics will explode so fast every company will need 2 factories, one for products, one for robots. Productivity gains will make 4-day work weeks possible. By 2035, there could be 1 billion humanoid robots. Data centers will become gigawatt-scale AI factories. And here's the wild part: within 10 years, 99% of human knowledge could be AI-generated. Huang believes America's tech stack will dominate globally, securing U.S. leadership in AI. And despite tension, he sees China as too big to ignore. These aren't just predictions, they're roadmaps. But the path isn't smooth. The U.S. government's trade restrictions limit what Nvidia can sell to China, its second-largest market. Jensen's solution? Build custom chips that skirt restrictions while still serving demand. At the same time, he's forging alliances in South Korea, Japan, Europe, turning Nvidia into a diplomatic powerhouse. At the upcoming APEC summit in South Korea, he'll sit with world leaders and tech giants to debate the future of AI. Nvidia isn't just a company now, it's an empire shaping global policy. With mega partnerships with Microsoft, Oracle, and xAI, Jensen is embedding Nvidia into the foundation of modern civilization. In the new Cold War of technology, he's not just surviving, he's leading. From scrubbing toilets in a Kentucky reform school, to shaping the destiny of artificial intelligence. Jensen Huang's story is the ultimate American dream. A $600 gamble at a Denny's booth became a $4 trillion empire. Along the way, he built mansions, bought supercars, and became a leather-clad icon. But more importantly, he built the backbone of the AI revolution that will change how we live, work, and dream. At 62, he still works harder than most 20-year-olds. He admits he thinks about Nvidia even during movies. And maybe that's why his story resonates, because Jensen Huang doesn't just chase luxury. He chases destiny. So the question isn't whether his predictions will come true. It's how fast.
And as we step into a future of AI agents, humanoid robots, and global power shifts, one thing is clear: Jensen Huang isn't just telling the story of tomorrow.
He's writing it.
And that wraps up today's deep dive into Jensen Huang, the leather jacket legend shaping the future of AI and living the ultimate immigrant dream. If you love this journey inside the world of luxury and power, make sure to subscribe to Loyal Luxury for more billionaire stories. Up next, don't miss our feature on Mark Zuckerberg, the man redefining connection in the digital age.